Greetings, fam. This is Kenny with a unboxing and review. Okay, so let's get into this. I just got this package last night. It's one of the decks that I supported off of Kickstarter. Unfortunately, I don't know the deck's name, and apparently, this is what I ordered. So, my friends, let's get into this. While I'm unwrapping this, let's just say I'm all about the visuals. For some reason, I think that I may have ordered the deck and I must have selected the least level of support on Kickstarter. So I guess I'm getting what I pay for. But at the end of the day, this kind of reminds me of going to a nice restaurant. You order a dish and it looks like crap on your plate, but hopefully it tastes good. That's what I'm hoping here. Certainly, I can tell that this is not going to look like crap just from the images I see so far, so that's already a good thing. Let's see what this deck is. Anyone else have problems opening these type of boxes? I hate them. I always wind up barely getting into them. So anyway, I think this is, so this deck here has no indication. Let's see if there's anything in the packaging. There is. Let's see. This is Bobby's tarot decks, unique tarot decks based on vintage images. But unfortunately, this particular deck has no name or title associated. It would have really been helpful. I think that this is the, let me see. I'll get the name of it eventually, but let's get into these cards. And I'm guessing the author is Bobby Alexander. That's who sent this. They have an Etsy shop at Bobby's Tarot Decks. So let's get into these cards. They look really good. Card stock, it's manageable. So I'm okay with that part. So let's see. We have the Fool. Here's the back of the card if you're interested in this. And these all look like comic book covers. And I think that this is the golden art cover. I'm not sure the name of this deck. It was always helpful to give a name of it. So far, I'm enjoying the images. I mean, they're giving me that classic look. I see the 10 cents on it. So these are probably old comic book covers. That's the Empress. The Emperor. Some of these aren't really making as much sense. I might have to spend some time with it. The Hierophant, I guess, for, I don't know. The Lovers. The Chariot. When I go through these, I usually only do the Major Arcana and the Court cards. Justice. I'm liking the deck. It looks fun. The Hermit. Very interesting Hermit. Not quite sure where the Hermit is in this one, but again, I'll spend some more time with it. Wheel of Fortune. Interesting Strength. If, the reverse is, maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to make some sense out of this, my friend. But, this is strength. Normally in the strength card, we're not tackling or trying to fight against it. It's, this might that comes from this, I say knowing, this internal type of strength where I like to say we don't go ape shit crazy. This kind of runs counter to that. The Hangman. So, I mean, they're great images. Very great images. Let's see. Temperance. Let's see what it says. No, now you be a nice brother. Remember, you're no longer Georgie the big shot. And that's temperance, I guess. Balancing, moderation, transmuting our behaviors in some way. The devil. I like that, this interpretation of the devil. oftentimes feeling like we're not in control, like when those addictive thinking, those things that are we're being pulled to. Sometimes we may feel like it's outside of our own control, that someone else is pulling the strings, and we're just moving along unknowingly. Oh, I like this tower. This is a great tower. Some of these images are now coming to me and making more sense. I wish I just had the actual name of the deck. Other than that, you know, I just wish I had the name of the deck so I could really properly acknowledge the deck as well as the creator appropriately. Here's the sun. Judgment. The world. Okay, so maybe I'll show the different. This is the Ace of Cups. Here's a Two of Cups. So what I'm gathering, Three of Cups. I wasn't gonna do this, but Four of Cups, Five of Cups. So I think the interpretation that one would have to use is by the name. There's some similarities with some more traditional decks in terms of being able to make some sense out of what the image is showing. They're not classic Rider-Waite-Smith type images or some of the other decks, but there's some close resemblances. Um, I'm seeing Tales of Horror and Suspense. Maybe that's the name of it, or was that a magazine where these things came out of? Maybe it's Tales of Horror Suspense. Well, maybe not. That says Tales of Fantasy and Suspense. I wasn't going to show you the different individual suits, but just to give you a sense of what's being shown there. This is the Queen of Cups. King of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. So, I think that there's certainly use your intuition as you make sense of these cards and the pentacle. This is Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. I'm not quite sure how it relates. Oh, let's see. Five of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. I'm really just flipping through it. I mean, you've seen some of the other reviews that just started posting these types of videos, and you can see the ones that bring in a lot of satisfaction, a lot of wow, and I can't wait to use it. I'm happy to be able to support this Kickstarter campaign and Bobby's work. I think I may have asked some of his other decks that are impressive that I'm drawn to. So usually if you're a content creator, a deck creator, if I see something that you've created once, I try to invest in all your work. I'll sit with this one to see if I'll grab any more. Certainly, I like what's being shown. Unfortunately, as I try to make sense of this, I am not really making much sense out of this. So here's the Eight of Swords. Normally we see an individual who is trapped in a way that they can actually get out of being trapped. If I'm tied up, I mean, there's probably nothing to do or how I'm going to become free. There seems like there's some other barriers. I don't know. I just need to make sense of this one. Nine of Swords. Okay, that works. Ten of Swords. Okay, so I want to know what you think about this deck. If you have it already, if you have any other decks by this deck creator, I would love to know. Also, please continue to support Kickstarter campaigns. Support those individuals who are doing this work, whether they're independent or if they're some of the big publishers. I say let's support all of the ones, especially if they're pouring back into the tarot community in healthy and positive ways. Diversity is always one of those things that I look for in decks, given that these look like classic comic book images. I suspect that's not why I'm seeing that. Of course, you do come across things like this where you see tomb or yeah, but you see a darker image and it's actually scaring people. You know, that's kind of just picks up on that racist past that we have. So, you know, not really keen on that. Here's the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. Okay, my friends, I am going to do a pull from these cards because I'm going to use this deck today. Overall, you know, I applaud the creator for putting their work out. I think that's always a great thing. I'm happy to be able to support it. I think some of the fault lies within me for not supporting at a higher campaign. I think I paid at least $40 for this deck. I'm not sure what's the going rate for creating the deck, but a box that has no description of the title means that this is going to get lost on my shelf, and I will have to do a little bit more research to properly acknowledge who the creator is and what the deck came from or where it came from, the title of the deck. So let's blow that out. Okay. Isn't there something amazing about that knowing that just comes from, I don't know where it comes from for you, but for me, it's just this illumination that everything is okay. Normally, I would like shuffle the deck 7 times at least to have a well shuffled deck, but you know, I often feel that if I'm shuffling and whatever card that comes out, that's the card that's there. I'm shuffling, so it's not like the first 3 cards, so it's falling throughout the deck, and those are the ones that I'll use. This has been 3 times. And I'm always interested in the first cards that fall out the deck. And you actually get to see it in real time with me because I'm going to tell you. Because these are going to be the cards that I am going to be using today. I'm looking down. There's something really interesting. Something quite interesting. Okay, so here are the 3 cards that I'm going to be using today. The first card in the past position is the Hierophant. Remember, I spent some time on this card because I was not quite sure what it was showing. So we'll come back to that. The second card is the 9 of Wands. Remember, I spent a lot of time on this card because I was not sure what it was showing or what it was showing in my reaction to it, thinking about the darker skin individual in the casket or the image, and you know, this racist trope that we always have to deal with. So it's interesting that the 9 of Wands, this particular card, is coming up in the present position, and the third card in the future position is the 3 of Cups. Okay, my friends, these are going to be the cards that I'll use. Please check back in a little bit later for my images and posts. Listen, if you're not following this account, please do so right now. Like, subscribe, comment, share this information. I could definitely use the support. Okay, my friends. Thank you.